So good morning to everybody in California, or good afternoon or good evening, wherever you are in the world. We're very happy that you're participating in Avocado Cafe. This is the third session that we've had. And just a second, I'm having trouble with my, there we are. So a couple of people have asked me, what is Avocado Cafe? And so it was really, this idea came from John Cornell, who is, for those who don't know John, he's a grower in California. And a group of us came together. It's a meeting that's available to anybody who is interested in avocado. So, and no matter where they are. So if you're sitting in South Africa or you're sitting in Australia, you're more than welcome to participate. And the idea is to have an open discussion. The aim of the meeting is we will cover how-to aspects of avocado farming, but we want to also introduce or reintroduce new concepts and ideas, because the whole idea is to stimulate discussion, and hopefully by stimulating discussion, we get innovation in the industry. This forum, because at least for now, we're 100% by Zoom, we can include local, national, and international speakers, and today we have an international speaker. And the really great thing about it in my mind is that the sessions are being recorded and the videos will be posted on avocadosource.com. So the planning committee is listed here. You can see there's several of us. Francisco Mena is a consultant in Chile, and the remaining people on the organizing committee are here based in California. So we wouldn't be able to have this meeting without two major sponsors. One is the Hofsche Foundation, because they're posting the video and the PDFs of all the talks on Avocado Source. So if you want to see the previous two talks, the first one was by Francisco Mena on the situation in Chile, and then looking globally what the challenges are facing the world avocado industry. And then the second talk last month was Louise Ferguson and Xander Ernst talking about managing tree canopies. And the second sponsor is Data Harvest. And we want to thank Data Harvest because they're the ones that are actually hosting this meeting and recording it and preparing the video for posting. So I want to thank you for your participation. You'll receive an email from, you can see cafeavos@gmail.com when the videos are about to be posted on Avocado Source. Definitely, you can email that address if you have any suggestions for topics. We are currently working on coming up with a list of topics for the next several months, and we will be posting that as we get that in order. But we will have a meeting in March, probably towards the end of March, and we've decided it's going to be on avocado flowering and the importance of pollinators. Now, if you remember, a pollinator is the agent that moves the pollen from one flower to the next, and then avocado flowering. So we'll be sending more details about that shortly. Just a quick thing about meeting mechanics. We want to have an interactive meeting, but we've decided among the two speakers that we're going to go back to back on the talks. We'll cover that in just about an hour, and then that leaves an hour plus for questions and discussions. So while the speakers are talking, you have the opportunity to use the chat function, which is on the lower part of your screen, and you can go in and you can send a message in the chat, and I will be following the questions during both talks and trying to write them down. If you don't want to have your name identified with your question, you can go, instead of sending the chat question to everyone, you can send it only to me, and then I will try to work your question into the discussion as we move along. The other thing is, once we open it up for general discussion, on the lower right, you'll see a thing called reactions. And if you go into reaction, you can raise your hand, and then as a moderator, I will call upon you to ask your question. So this has worked really well in the first 2 sessions. We have more people today, so hopefully it'll continue working very well. So the topic for today is avocado productivity and how the interplay of light and vegetative vigor influences yield. Because we all know on the picture on the right, on the left, this is how, if we don't manage our trees very easily, within 8 to 10 years, our groves can look like nice parks, and the fruit are up in the sky, very difficult to get, and the trees become less efficient in terms of producing fruit. So last time I showed this slide where to introduce the topic of trellising, because we had Xander Ernst from Alice Beste in South Africa talking about their work with Maluma and trellising, and how that many other industries have had an evolution from the freestanding tree on the left to the highly managed tree on the right. And you basically go from a 3-dimensional system to a 2-dimensional system. And by moving to a 2-dimensional system, you are increasing the efficiency of the tree because you're managing light. It really is about managing light. And that's why we're talking today about the avocado tree and how the avocado tree responds to light, and how you can take that knowledge and apply that to how you would prune the tree, because we can't afford to have very large trees anymore. We need to manage our groves so that they're more efficient. We can manage our labor more efficiently, and as part of this ultimate evolution to doing highly managed groves. Well, we're many years away from that here in California. We need better rootstocks, we need better varieties, but we can manage our trees now to be more productive. And that is really the crux of what we want to cover today. So we have 2 speakers today, Rodrigo Iturrita, who has been in my research group for a number of years, and Gerardo Aldonate, who is an avocado consultant from Chile. He comes to California occasionally as a consultant for Index. And I had the opportunity to meet Gerardo in November and hear his words of wisdom about pruning. And he and Rodrigo have been coordinating their presentations today. So I think that we should have a very, very good presentation today.